Hi guys, and we're back with another episode of my Kanto Solo Run series, where I aim to bring a solo run video of all 151 Pokemon from the Kanto region, just to see if it's possible to solo run the game with those 151 Pokemon. So let's recap the rules. Rule 1, we let the wheel decide. I spin 3 times on our randomizer wheel and we choose one of the 3 Pokemon to get drawn to do the run with. Rule 2, I can only use that Pokemon for the entire run. I can catch utility Pokemon for likes of Cut, Surf and such, but they can't be used in battle whatsoever. Rule 3, I cannot heal HP or status effects in battle at all using items. If you're using moves though, that's fair game. Rule 4, I can use the badge boost glitch in Gen 1 as it's kind of unavoidable. Rule 5, I can use TMs and HMs. Now that's settled, let's get spinning on the next choice on the wheel. Okay, we're back with the next wheel. Last time we had Kangaskhan. I'm not too sure what I want this time around, if I'm being honest. First choice is a Metapod. Oh, I am not sure I have the patience to do that one so early on. Let's see what we get second time. Farfetch could be interesting, first flying type that we've seen out on the roster. So, well, not first one, we've seen Pidgey on a previous wheel run, but that could be an interesting one. Let's see what we get for the last one. And last is Seadra. Oh, this is a hard choice. Farfetch'd or Seadra? I think I'm gonna go with Seadra for this one. I might regret that choice though. Right guys, we're back with the Seadra run. Considering the choices that came up on that wheel, I think Seadra might be a challenge. And as this full run just explains, as you see towards the end, you'll see why I'm glad I got this one over with quite early on in this playlist. Starting off, Seadra is quite unusual, I would say. For a water Pokemon, its HP is its worst, well, its HP and special defense are its worst stats. Its best stats are its 95 special attack and 95 defense, and then 85 space speed. But the worst thing about Seadra starting off is its move pool. When it starts off, it gets Smokescreen and Bubble. Awful moves. Smokescreen, yeah, that's great for reducing accuracy, but the first battle we've got here, because I've chose Bulbasaur to be the final battle, Bubble is an awful move, and as you can see here, even with putting Smokescreens up, even with using Bubble, this is a hard battle, and this is the very first battle in the game. Using Bubble, it's doing 1 damage to that Bulbasaur. So this is going to be a very lengthy battle to even begin with. I reckon Brock will be easy. Misty is going to be a nightmare. Because looking at the move pool, the next move that it actually learns, well, it does learn Smokescreen at level 19, but you've already got that anyway starting off. Next move it learns is level 24, which is Leah. And as you can see, I lost the very first trainer battle. That's how bad Seadra actually is. And it doesn't get any better throughout the whole run, to be fair. I go into this the junior trainer at level 7 just to see how I do. And even getting up Smokescreens, it still hits every single time. Pretty much, well, apart from that time there. I decide then to start using Bubble, but it uses Scratch and takes me out. So going straight back into the battle, still level 7, I decide to use Bubble straight off from the mark. And even then, it's a struggle to beat this Diglett. Moving up to level 8 now, the Sandshrew takes me out in 2. I'm level 8. I'm a water Pokemon, they should not be taking me out this easily at this stage in the game. So I go against the junior trainer, again it goes down in 2 bubbles this time. I've got 19 health now, I'm level 9. And the Sandshrew gets off Sand Attack. And I'm starting to miss now. This is getting really, really annoying. This is why I hate sand attack early on in the game, especially being used against me. But I finally do take down the sand shrew. But that was a lot harder than it should be. Brock, in this instance, was a lot easier than that junior trainer. I mean, he should probably switch places with it right now. Geodude goes down in 2 bubbles. Onyx, it gets a really powerful tackle to start off with, but then I outspeed. And I take it out at level 11. That junior trainer was much more more difficult. Moving on to Cerulean now, and I'll go back to what I was talking about with the move pool. Next move that it actually learns is level 24, which is Leah. It doesn't actually learn Water Gun until level 30. Thankfully, you can pick it up in Mount Moon, which we do pick up. And that just means we've actually got a move that's doing more damage than flipping Bubble. Water Gun takes out Abra in 2 hits. Thankfully, it takes out in 3 hits. Flipping heck. Thankfully, because we do have a decent speed stat, we do get more critical hits than normal. But as you can see against this Bulbasaur, I've only got water moves and it's resistant to them. So I've got to use Smoke Screen. I've got to hope that I can then start taking out. But I forgot that it Leech Seeded me. So I'm going to lose this battle here. I need a much more powerful move if I'm going to get past these guys, or I'm going to be much higher level. So, there's nothing really else to do, I'm going to lose this battle. Going back to the move pool, it's extremely limited as well. Apart from Water Gun at level 30, it gets Agility at level 41, and then Hydro Pump at level 52, and I don't even think I'm going to use Hydro Pump on this run. Just because it's got low PP and low accuracy compared to other moves. Bubble Beam is a much more suitable move for this run, I think. So I'll probably get that as soon as I've beaten Misty, which in itself will be a struggle. I wasted so much time trying to beat the rival and trying to beat Misty. I lost so much time at this part of the game. As you can see here, we have got a few smoke screens off. It hasn't used Leech Seed on us yet. It just keeps spamming Growl. And we do eventually beat it at level 19. We go and pick up the SS ticket from Bill. And then we head off to the SSN. I'm going to do Misty later on. You can go back and beat her later. I didn't look at the TM move pool at this point, and I thought, you know what, if I can get Body Slam, this might make it a lot easier. But then I realised, Seadra can't use Body Slam. Which, if you've watched my runs up until now, I probably rely on Body Slam a hell too much. So this just makes the run even harder. We don't have physical attacking moves to really go against it. Looking at the TM pool, takedowns, it can learn takedown, it can learn double edge, we can learn Ice Beam Blizzard, we can learn Hyper Beam, Rage, Mimic, Double Team, Bide, Swift. It doesn't have a great move pool, even with TMs. And I'm thinking at this stage, how am I going to get past some of these trainers? How am I able to one-shot quite a few things? And truth be told, the run doesn't get remotely easier until I get over to Celadon and I get Ice Beam. Ice Beam became the move that just got me through so much of this run. And looking at the move pool, I honestly think to myself, Lorelei is going to be nigh on, well, not impossible, but so difficult. At this stage in the game, I don't even have Bubble Beam to replace over my current water moves, so this Ivysaur is going to take me out. But I'm thinking I'm level 27 at this point. If I lose here, which I do, I should probably go back to Misty and get Bubble Beam. It's a more powerful move than Water Gun, so that'll probably help us get past that Ivysaur. So that's what I do. I go back to Cerulean, we beat the Staryu in 3 Water Guns, and the Starmie, I use Smoke Screen so it can lower its accuracy, and thankfully it doesn't use too many tackles or Bubble Beams. In fact, because of the AI, it only spams Tackle, which is good because with Smoke Screen up, we've used Smoke Screen up, I can start using Leah to lower its defense. And then once its defense is low enough, I'll start using Water Gun to take it out. Not the most graceful strategy in my eyes, but Even with using Leah that much, that's how much damage it does against Starmie. Seadra is awful. And fast becoming one of my least favourite Gen 1 Pokemon. What annoys me about Seadra as well is it's actually known as the Dragon Pokemon. Yet it's not a dragon, and neither can it learn any dragon moves. If you could teach it Dragon Rage, or even learns Dragon Rage on its move pool, that would have made this run so much easier. Like, especially this early game, Dragon Rage would have made this so easy. Well, maybe not too easy, but easier than it was. Now we're going back, we're at level 30. And Bubble Beam is just decimating his team now. I probably should have went back earlier and beat Misty. But we're here now. I use Smokescreen against the Ivysaur. It does get a Leech Seed off, so I just think, you know what, screw it, we're using Bubble Beam. Let's get it taken out. I miss a Bubble Beam, it uses Vine Whip, and thankfully, because of my levels, it doesn't do that much damage now. But I am losing health quite fast. Finally, Bubble Beam takes it out. And we finally beat the rival in the SSN. That is hands down the most difficult SSN rival fight I've ever had on these runs. And now we're against Surge. I thought we're at a decent level, maybe we'll have a good time. And thankfully we do. Even though he's an electric type gym leader, Surge is still not that much of a problem. He uses the next speed. If he'd used Thunderbolt we would have died. But we beat him without losing 8 HP. I think I just got lucky on that run. Now we've gone through Rock Tunnel, we're at Lavender. This is where the game starts opening up a bit, and I'm not even going to go beat the rival first. I'm going straight to the Celadon store, and I'm getting Ice Beam. Ice Beam is going to solve so many problems in this run for us. I mean, it's not going to be the deciding move, but it's definitely going to help us out. Especially when we get to the Venusaur right at the end. It just means we've actually got a move that will do super effective damage. I get rid of all the TMs that I'm not going to be able to use, or bye-bye Body Slam. I can't use. And we start pilling up the Seadra. It needs these stat boosts. It's just... I was tearing my hair out throughout this entire run of how bad Seadra actually is. And that means that when it comes around to Horsey on this randomizer wheel, I am not going to be enjoying that run again whatsoever. But who knows, you might be enjoying my pain right now, so... could make an interesting video for you guys. So now we've got a few vitamins. We use a HP up because Seadra's HP is just awful. It's 55 base. Then we use an iron to get a defense up. Our defense is decent, but I'd rather have an extra bit of insurance just as we're leveling up. We get the fresh water. We grab 2 for one for this Ice Beam, 1 for Saffron City. And there we go, we have Ice Beam. We've got a move that's actually going to be useful for a majority of this game. I'm at level 36 at this point. I get rid of Leah and I'm thinking in 5 levels I'm getting Agility, which will be massively helpful. I can utilise the Badge Boost glitch using Agility. And now we're against Erica. I thought level 36 this might be okay. And then Razor Leaf happens and does tons of damage. We get up to level 37, the Tangle is not going to be a problem whatsoever, it goes down in 1. And I'm not sure whether I'm going to beat Vileplume in 1 here. I set up a Smokescreen, it uses Petal Dance and it misses thankfully. Set up a second one and then I got too greedy. I decided, you know what, let's leave Erica, let's go do the Rocket Game Corner. I've got Ice Beam, so... and I've got Bubble Beam, so to be fair, his rock Pokemon aren't going to be a problem against me. We decimate through the rockets. And I'm using Water Gun to save a few power points just as we're going through. And I went for, you have to go against both of these rockets. It's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying you can't just go straight through the door without going against them, but they're mandatory, you have to go against them. Brings out a Sand Slash, we take it out in 1 Water Gun. Level 39, which is way too over leveled for what I usually am at this part of the game, but considering how bad Seadra is, we really need it. Use Water Gun against the Onix, it goes down in 1. Rhyhorn goes down in 1 Water Gun. And Kangaskhan, just about half damage, goes down in 3. Wow, that's how bad Water Gun is at this point in the game. God, I hate using Seadra. Now we're in the Lavender Tower. We're going to go and save Mr. Fuji, of course. We've got to fight all of these rockets just to get through. And thankfully, they don't really pose much of a threat. I did spend a bit of time in Celadon Game Corner as well, getting Hyper Beam, just because I needed a more powerful move than what I already had. And Hyper Beam is, apart from self-destruction and explosion, it's the most powerful move in the game. And if you take out a Pokemon when you've used Hyper Beam, it actually doesn't need to recharge the next turn. So maybe just take out Pokemon like half health. It's the best move we can use. Moving on to Koga now, and this is probably the easier part of the game. I go into this battle paralysed. It uses Sludge. I get paralysed. I'm paralysed twice. Bubble Beam nearly takes out a Coffin in one. I use Agility. Just utilise a bit of the badge boost glitch. And the Coffin's not doing very much against us. We miss, for God's sake, this paralysis. How many times am I going to be paralysed this entire battle? Bubble Beam, even when it's been badge boost, doesn't do much against the Muck. Now against the next Coffin, I decide to use Hyper Beam, but I'm fully paralysed again. That's about 8 paralyzers in this battle so far. It's crazy. I use Hyper Beam against the Weezing. It doesn't take it out, and then Self-Destruct does. But because I have Pokemon in my party, I actually win the battle. Because of how frustrating this run is making me, I don't even attempt to restart that and try again. I just go straight on to Pokemon Mansion, pick up Solar Beam even though we can't use it, pick up the Secret Key, and then we go straight off to Blaine. I'm wanting to get through this run as quick as possible. Seadra is not enjoyable to play as on a solo run, which makes me think that Horsey is going to be even worse. Actually, while we're doing this, I'm just going to have a look at Horsey's move pool. Pretty much identical. Yeah, the Horsey line's TMs is completely identical. So, considering it's an even worse Pokemon in terms of stats, the Horsey run is going to be even worse. I decided not to train up against some of these trainers in Blaine's gym. In hindsight, looking back, I probably should have, and it would have got me up a few more levels, made the run a lot easier. But I do try and do as many of these runs at minimum battles as much as possible, because I don't like to be too over-leveled. I want a challenge, but it probably would have helped me with this run, just because Seadra is that bad. Thinking about it, Blaine should be the easiest gym leader in this entire run. But as we go into the battle, we use Surf. We've now put that on Seadra as well, because it's a better move than Bubble Beam. We use Surf on Ponyta, takes it out in one, level 44 at this point. Got Rapidash, goes down in one Surf, and we might sweep him in just one hit moves here. Does it take it out? No, it doesn't, but it uses Raw, so we can take it out without losing any health. So as I thought, easiest gym battle. And at this point, I still haven't done Silph Core, so I really need to go back and do that. I need to go and beat Sabrina before I can even go against Giovanni. I think I even get here and go straight to Viridian. Do I? Nah. I go to the Pokemart and I sell a lot of items. I think I'm gonna have to get even more like irons and stuff just to get past half of this stuff. I've got 6 rare candies at this point. I need to get rid of all of these. And if you are struggling for money on these runs, getting rid of the TMs is a good way to get a bit of money back, especially if you don't want to go against too many trainers. And I'm getting rid of Fire Blast because I've got no need for it. I can't even use it. So I'll go over to Silph Core now, and I'm against rival 5, I think he is now in this point in the game. Must be. So yeah, starts off with Pidgeot. I'm not even at full health for this battle. Ice Beam takes it out in 1, we're level 46 now. So I opt to try and badge boost glitch a bit here against the Gyarados. It uses 2 Dragon Rages, and the Hyper Beam is what I want. It doesn't take it out though, and then another Dragon Rage takes me out. Oh, God. I hate the Seadra so much. Okay, this time I opt to go for Hype Beam straight away. Use a Dragon Rage, and then we go for an Ice Beam. Next is Growlithe. And this is where I use Surf, and then I'm hoping for the Execute to start using the Badge Boost glitch. I use Hype Beam against Alakazam, takes out in 1. And now we're against Venusaur. Use Ice Beam, it doesn't take it out in 1, and we lose again. Razor Leaf always critical hits. When I finally do get past the rival, go against Giovanni. Use Surf. Kangaskhan, what we're going to use? We're going to use Surf. And Giovanni is probably going to be like Blaine. He's going to be one of the easiest battles in the game for a Seadra. And I'm so glad that I'm getting this run out of the way early on, because I would not like to be doing this run 20-30 Pokemon into this randomizer wheel. We beat Giovanni, we go straight off to Sabrina. I think you can tell in my voice how sick I am of Seadra right now. We use Hyper Beam, takes it out in 1, that means we don't have to recharge. I use Surf against Mr. Mime because it's got better defense, so it takes it out in 1 again. Venomoth, I use Ice Beam, doesn't take it out. Venomoth's bugging flying, so I'm confused why that doesn't do super effective damage. That might have been a glitch. Hyper Beam takes out the Alakazam, and we're at level 49. Ah, I want this run to be over so much. Moving on to Giovanni next. And he's not going to be a problem whatsoever. He's got ground type Pokemon or rock type Pokemon, so to be fair, he should be a one-hit Surf with every single Pokemon. I outspeed the Doug Trio, goes down in 1. Nidoqueen goes down in 1 Surf, get in. Can we do it with all of them? Nidoking goes down in 1, critical hit. And the Rhydon, this must go down in 1. Yep, there we go. Giovanni done, not a problem whatsoever. And we have to move on to the next rival battle, which I'm scared for. Considering how bad he was in Silphco, this one's going to be even more of a challenge. I'm level 50 this time, let's use Ice Beam. Oh, it still doesn't take out the Pidgeot in 1. Second Ice Beam does. We use the Rhyhorn. I'm going to set up the Badge Boost glitch here with Agility. Uses Fury Attack, not a problem whatsoever. And we use Surf to take it out. You only need 3 Agilities to set up for the Badge Boost glitch. Now we use Ice Beam against Gyarados, it doesn't do much damage. I actually checked. Where it's saying super effective there is actually a glitch. Ice Beam shouldn't be super effective against Gyarados. The reason it's doing that is just a glitch in Gen 1 because it's seeing that Gyarados is a flying Pokemon. It's seeing that I'm using an ice move against it. And we lose against Razor Leaf there. But it's seeing that I'm using an ice move against a flying Pokemon and then sends up that message. But because the water typing is there, it actually isn't super effective. It's just, the game's just kind of lying to you. I go back into this battle level 50 just because I'm pretty sure I can win this at level 50. We'll set up the Agilities again. Horndrill doesn't hit us. And there's all the Agilities set up. We use Surf. And now the Gyarados time. Why did I go for Ice Beam again? I must have only realised this after these couple of battles. Either way, use Surf on Growlithe. We're on not very good HP now. Gotta get the Hyper Beam off here. We do. And now the last Pokemon, Venusaur. Do we win against Venusaur? Oh no, not again. Eventually when I do get past the rival, I get to the Elite Four. I am so ready for this run to be over. I'm going to put Seadra down as one of my most hated Pokemon in Gen 1 now. Might be something I actually do with this channel, to be fair. I might do like top 10s of different categories and see what actually comes out, to be fair. So the top 10 like my personal worst Pokemon. I know Seadra's going to go on it thanks to this run. Anyway, we're going to the Loreline. This is the Elite Four member I'm most worried about. I used all my rare candies going into this battle just because I struggled so much against that rival. I just want to get through this as quick as possible. Hyper Beam does not take it out in one hit, so I opt to use Surf. It does about a third damage, which isn't bad, but it is still sleep, so we take out the Dugong. Now we're against Cloyster, I decide to use Surf again. It does over half damage thanks to the agility setup. And that's the Cloyster down. Slowbro, you know, let's just Surf this entire battle away. Goes down in 3 Surfs, that's kind of annoying. Jinx goes down in... you know, let's use Hyper Beam. Doesn't even take out Jinx in one hit with Hyper Beam. What the hell is with this Seadra? And then Lapras, I'm paralysed. Are we going to win? We're paralysed and confused. I don't think I'm going to win. Fully paralysed. We do win. Thank God. And the Elite Four member I was most worried about actually didn't turn out to be that much of a problem. We use full restore. Let's go against Bruno, and come on, even as a Seadra, this Bruno should not be a problem whatsoever. Let's see how it goes. Onyx goes down with a Surf. We're level 60 now. Hitmonchan goes down with a critical hit Surf. Hitmonlee goes down with a Surf. Are we going to sweep his entire team like we did with Blaine? No, we are not. Machamp goes down in 2 Surfs. And Bruno doesn't even do 1 bit of damage against us. How he's Elite Four member is beyond me. Now Agatha, this could be a difficult battle, but we'll just see how it goes. We use Surf against the Gengar, it doesn't even do half damage. Oh wow. I'm going to have to set up agilities to get past these, aren't I? And Dream Heater takes us out. Jumping straight back into the battle. Let's see how we do this time. I actually went and trained a little bit before going into this, so I'm level 62 now. We set up the agilities and she thankfully goes into Golbat. So we use Ice Beam to take that out. I use agility for the last time, it uses Nightshade. Not the worst thing. But now we've got Surfing doing over half damage. And she switches into Haunter. So she's just given me 2 kills straight off there. This is going very well for us. Surf takes out the Arbok. And last Gengar, how many do we take it out with? It's going to be 3 Surfs. Please don't put me to sleep. And she just spams Dream Eater. In terms of RNG, that was just lucky on our part. And hopefully Lance is not going to be a problem. We've got Ice Beam to take out the dragons. We could probably set up the agilities just to utilise the badge boost glitch and give ourselves a bit more insurance. Let's see how it goes. We use agility against Gyarados, it misses. Use a Dragon Rage, that's probably one of the better moves. Use Dragon Rage again. And I went for Ice Beam, it throws it solid, get in. Oh, there's only a 10% chance of that happening, so I'm very happy that happened. The Dragonairs both go down with Ice Beams. Aerodactyl goes down with Ice Beam, now we've just got Dragonite. And we got a first try victory against Lance. He was probably the one I was least worried about, aside from Bruno. But now we've got the champion, and he's been giving me problems throughout this entire run. So I'm not too confident going into this so far. Let's see how it goes. Level 64, we set up agility against the Pidgeot. It's only spamming Whirlwind right now, but then it starts glowing. So we use Ice Beam, we take it out in 1. Alakazam, does Hype Beam take it out? It does. We don't have to recharge. And I decided to use Surf against Rhydon. It's a 1-hit KO. We're doing very well here. I wasn't expecting to do this well. I didn't get the freeze chance this time, so let's just take it out. Gets a few Dragon Rages off, and I'm not got very good health right now. Take out the Arcanine, then we've got the Venusaur. This is the one I'm worried about. Do we take it out with an Ice Beam? We do! We crit it! Get in, the Seadra run is over. Oh, I'm so happy that's over. Like, you have no idea how happy I am the Seadra run is over. That was awful. I hate this Pokemon. I hate Seadra. Oh, we'll never have to use Seadra again. Oh, thank God. And let's see how quickly we did it. Level 65. And what timing did we get for it? We got 7 hours 40 minutes. You know, that's a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was up in like the 10th hour in-game time. Huh. Well, that turned out better than I thought. Well, now that's over. Thanks for watching the video. Do all that YouTube stuff, you know, liking and subscribing. Really helps us out. And we'll see you in the next video to see what's next on the randomizer wheel. Take care now.